Shalom, shalom, shalom. Right, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises unto the Most High God, Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, Wamalak Yahushai. Right, I want to do a little quick before camp exhortation, man. Right, I'm driving right now, not going to be able to pull all the precepts. Right, but we're going to roughly paraphrase to the best of our ability through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shema Yahushai. Right, but we wanted to get into a little quick exhortation, man, about staying fervent, doing the work, right, and doing all that you can do to magnify Yahweh Yahushai, right? When we go out here and we labor, we're presenting a sacrifice, that is holy and acceptable unto the Lord, man, right? And brothers, they have to understand that. We're not going out here laboring for ourselves, right? In the freezing below colds, right? In 100-degree weathers. Sometimes these weathers get unbearable, man. Your feet get frozen, your hands get frozen, your knees lock up, right? These things happen in these harsh conditions. But guess what? We count it all for joy, like Paul did, man. Right? We count all of this, we count all of this for joy, right? Paul had shipwreck, man. Paul had that thorn in his side, man. But he said, when I am weak, then therefore I am strong, man. Right? Because if you're always strong, when you become weak, guess what? You've never dealt with that affliction. You've never dealt with that pain. So when you really become weak and you're no longer that strong man that you used to be in, how are you going to know how to overcome that obstacle? But if you constantly been in a weak state and been lifted up and been pulled back down and lifted back up, well, you know that this is nothing new under the sun. Right? Like it says in the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, I believe it's 10 and 13, right? It said, that this thing is common unto man, right? We all get tempted. We all get brought low. But guess what? We go out here and present our body as this living sacrifice, reasonable and holy, acceptable unto the Most High God, man, right? Romans 12 and 1. So when we go out here and we labor for these things, we have to know that it's not in vain, for one, right? That's Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. The Lord said, I know that your labor of love is not in vain. The Lord is not unrighteous to forget our labor of love, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So, we have to understand why we go out here and why we do this work. To seal the hopeful elect, right? Sirach chapter 33 and verse number 17. Consider thy labor not for myself, but for all them that seek learning. We go out here for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The same thing that Yahushua did, man. Right? That's Matthew 15 and 24. He went out for the lost sheep. And we're going out for the lost sheep, man. Right? Brothers may have just got off work, had a long day, hell, a long week, man. Hell, we've had a long life. And guess what? We're still going to endure this thing, man, Lord willing. We're going to keep coming out here. We're going to keep doing the work. We're going to keep prophesying to our people and prophesying to the wind, if need be, man. If no one comes, guess what? This work still goes out, man. So we have to be out there. If brothers go out there and they labor in these cold weathers and the extreme heats, guess what? When you think nobody's going to be out there, it's always that one sheep. And you be like, damn, man, we can close up early today, or maybe we don't have to go out there. It's too cold. The roads is bad. Nobody's going to be out there. And you end up going out there and it's that one sheep. If you wouldn't have went out there, that one sheep would have never got edified. That seed would have never got sown. And guess what? It's not up for us to wake them up right then and there. It's up to us to plant that seed, right? And the Most High to get an increase. We have to understand that. We're not the ones giving the increase, man. We're out there just throwing seeds, man. Right? Like the sower of the field, man. You just throwing seeds. Some seeds land on stony ground. Some land among the thorns, right? And some land on good ground, right? And they get planted. And they become mighty, right? Producing 100-fold. So we have to understand why we're doing this, man. The quicker we seal the elect, the quicker we get the hell up out of here, right? So you have to be fervent in going out here doing this work. You have to be zealous. You have to be joyous. You have to, you can't go out there begrudgingly, man. When you go out to camp, if you have a begrudging spirit to go out here and do the work, just stay at home. Just stay at home. Don't put a spirit on the rest of the body, man. Right? If you don't love doing this work, as you did when you first came in? Because every brother loved doing the work when they first came into the truth, man. When they first started coming out to camp. You were zealous, screaming Khan, right? And you waiting for the false doctrines to get cut down, man. You waiting for the sheep to get edified, for a brother to know he is real. You so damn near overzealous, you trying to talk to him too. And I had to tell you, hey, calm down, we got a king. You like, yeah, you right, you back off. All brothers have been there, man. So zealous for another brother to get the word. We have to have that same type of zeal when going out to camp now. Whether you've been in this thing for 6 months and you've never been through a winter and this your first winter. Or whether you've been in this thing for a year, this your second winter. Right? The first winter, you stuck it out. It was kind of hard. But then the second winter come around, you got to kind of get to rethinking things. This one been a little colder than last year. I don't know if I can. Hey, no, you have to remember your first love. Right? You have to remember, I believe that's the book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse number 5. Right? You have to remember that first love, man. The first love, is what brings, you have to go back to the milk, man. Why you sincerely came into this thing, why you started serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? And doing the things with sincerity, man. The Lord doesn't want nobody that's doing the work just because. Or doing the work begrudgingly, man. Like it's a burden. It's not a burden to go out here and do this work, man. Right? And we're human, right? We all, had these feelings, right? So it's not saying that it may not happen, but guess what? You have to check that spirit when it happens. When that spirit of slothfulness and be like, I just want to sit down for a minute. Do I really need to go out there? It's not a commandment, That's what brothers say. It's not a law. Doesn't it say to rest on the Sabbath day? And now you start looking at this thing as grievous and work. And when you start looking at it like that, the Lord is taking the spirit from you. So you have to examine yourself. Because Yahushua went out here and preached in the synagogues, man, on the Sabbath day. Paul went out here and preached and reasoned, debated in the synagogues on the Sabbath, man. Right? This isn't new. This isn't an old thing. All our people always used to gather on the Sabbath day and break this word down, man. Tear down strongholds, right? So we have to come out here and do likewise and labor as such, man, right? These are good alms and good sacrifices unto the Lord. You present your body as the living sacrifice, right? Like it says in the book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 1 on down. Keeping the commandments is a sacrifice unto the Lord. Giving alms is a sacrifice unto the Lord, right? These are goodly, pleasant things unto the Lord that we must do. Right? And we go out here again to labor that we may get out of here. Because doesn't it say in the book of Micah chapter 2 and verse 10, depart, for this place is not your rest. Right? It says that in the book of Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. Right? So that you may not be partakers of her iniquity. Right? Because her cup is filled up to the brim. And this place is about to be destroyed. So you have to depart. Don't run the race just to get to the finish line and sit down for a cup of tea, man, and everybody passes you. And guess what? This ain't a regular race where the last person has to finish for the race to be over. This is a qualifying round. There's a certain select few of people running this race that have to finish, and then the race is over. Everybody else doesn't matter. Whether you keep running, whether you stop and turn around, it doesn't matter, because it's only a select few, man. Right? The elect that the Lord has chosen. You got the 144,000 and the 1/3. Right? So the Lord is just waiting on that remnant to be sealed. So don't be the brother that gives up, gives slothful, right? Start looking at this thing as a burden. And because the Lord don't need us, man. Right? Finish this race. Whether you're running at a slow pace, right? Whether you're on fire and you have an Olympic time being set for the race or the marathon, right? Some brothers have different endurance and different stamina to run these marathons, man. But guess what? Don't stop running. Don't stop jogging, right? Hey, man, if you got a speed walk, if you have to crawl, because didn't the Lord say, hey, you'd rather be maimed and enter into the kingdom of heaven than to enter into the lake of fire with all your members, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So, hey, man, you would rather be like a damn a zombie, right? A crawler, right? Damn leaping, trying to leap across the finish line, man. Right? So this purpose is about never giving up. Even when your spirit is telling you stay at home, right? Oh, I guess I just have to do it. No, don't have that spirit. You fight that spirit, man. Right? You force yourself to be zealous and joyful, man. Count it as joy. Read a precept, man, that uplifts you. Read your favorite precept that puts you on fire, right? Whether it's an account of the kingdom to come, a miracle that Yahushua did, right? Maybe something that one of the prophets did, right? A miracle that the Lord had saved the children of Israel out of captivity. Whether it's the heathens going in captivity, whatever lifts you up and puts you on fire through the spirit, hey, read that, because that's what you need. Maybe you need to call a brother and get exhortation. But don't just fall little and little and find the truth is grievous, because you forgot what you're doing it for. You forgot the purpose of being in this truth, and you started looking at you. It's not about us. We have to be selfless in this truth, right? This truth isn't about us, man. The Lord could pluck any of us out. But guess what? The people that you may have brought into the truth, right? The people that have heard this word and hearken, and 4 or 5 years later down the line come into this thing, hey, that's not for naught, man. You served your purpose. So we all serve a purpose, right? Hey, for this truth and for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, whether we endure into the end or not. So, but hey, a man that is going to endure into the end, he's going to have that spirit. He wants to see this place destroyed no matter what. A man wants to see this place destroyed, whether, hey, he dies and be one of the first risen, right? Because the dead in Christ is going to rise first. So we have to have that spirit, man. Whether we're able to see that glory in this flesh or whether we have to get raised back up from the dead, man. But we know, right, we're going to have that surety, that boldness, and that confidence that Paul had that said, hey, I finished my course, right? And henceforth, there's a crown laid up for me. We had to have that spirit, that we know that we did all we can do to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And without a doubt, man, without a doubt, hey, the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 28, everything works for the good of him that loves Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you know, roughly paraphrasing. And all of these things were predestinated from the foundation of the earth. So hey, we have to foresee these things, right? The Lord's not casting away his elect, right? If the Lord has you in his hand, no man therefore can pluck you out, right? So keep laboring, keep doing this work, keep being zealous, keep being on fire for the Lord. And Lord willing, if you wasn't, this video through the Spirit, may have put a fire up under you, man, and make you do a video. So that way, when I'm feeling low, or other brothers is feeling low, you may make a video and it uplifts us through the Spirit. We need one another as a nation, man. Not everybody is on fire 24/7. Brother, I need you. Brother, you need me. We need each other in this thing, man. Yahushua didn't walk this walk alone. Don't forget that. And again, don't forget why we do it. We do it for all those that seek learning, that they may come back to repentance and start serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that we may get the hell up out of here. Right? But with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Wamalak Yahushua. Kwam Yashalom. Shalom.